Greetings, welcome back. This is Little Discovery Corner. And I decided to go with the Wild Mystic Oracle cards today. So I've got this spread started. It's a basic 4-card spread, which tends to turn into an 8-card spread. Well, I'll start with some of the visuals I was seeing recently in preparation for this reading. I wrote down confetti. I saw bright confetti falling, mostly purple, some gold, and a little bit of green. And those are the colors of Mardi Gras. And if you're watching this, when this is released, where it's coming up on Mardi Gras. But it's also the colors. If you think of the chakras, purple is spirit, like your soul, the crown chakra. Gold is your solar plexus, which is for courage and happiness and your gut feelings, what you feel in your gut, your instincts. And green is for your heart. So what that tells me, since it was confetti, it tells me you're reaching a better place. You feel like achieved. You've achieved a new height of getting in touch with your inner self, your inner voice, connecting to your higher self, your soul, and finding your courage to sort through your shadows, go through that dark night, that scary forest of the dark night of the soul, figuring out your wounds and working to heal them. And yes, I also saw what I called a maze of grass. Like I saw these big tubes in front of me, like grass, like I was a tiny little ant in the ground, and looking at a big forest of grass that looked huge to me. So that could indicate that feelings of feeling small and lost, and perhaps that's where you were, or now that you've reached that new height of feeling, you feel like you've reached a new height of getting in touch and integrating your shadows and getting in touch with your higher self, spirit, heart, and gut. Maybe you've started a new cycle and you're like, what do I do now? And you're feeling a little lost. And also, as I was shuffling these cards, I saw the image of a waterfall from the top of a cliff. Usually when I see a waterfall, I'm at the bottom by like a lake shore or something, and I'm watching a beautiful waterfall fall into the lake. But in this scene, it was waterfall from the top. And I felt like it was a symbolic of a time slipping away, a chance slipping away, like you're losing something, the water's spilling out. So I feel like that's might be a little bit of a warning that a chance for something you're reaching for, or you want to hold on to, might be slipping from you. So let's go ahead and get into what I have here. So I have consume. This is a vulture, so it's an air card, as it's a creature of the air. But it's also, it reminds me a little of the death card. And I see it it makes me think like you have skulls, you have a circle, which makes me think a little of the death card and the world card. And you have 2 crescent moons, like a waning crescent moon and a waxing crescent moon. So, which kind of fits with the visuals I was getting in my third eye, of perhaps you completed a cycle, you ending something and beginning something new. You ended a cycle and you're starting an exciting new cycle, and you might be feeling a little like the beginning of something important, but it's scary. And yeah, underneath that is this deal card, that's supposed to be a goat, and which, there's more skull, right? And so, and the deal card has to do with pacts, bondage to a person, cause, or institution. Like, so you might have and it can indicate breaking out of a pact, and also promises of partnership, union, and overcoming difficulties in a union. So I think these taken together tell me you've ended an old partnership and you're starting a new one, or you're aiming for a new one. I'll do that. Something died, but you've started a new cycle, a new beginning, and you're excited about it. I think that's what the confetti would indicate. And yes, you're happy about that. You're happy that you're at a new beginning. That's joy. Dragonflies. And dragonflies are symbolic of transformation. They start as an egg in the dirt or the water, and or like they start an egg in the dirt, and then I think they start their infancy on the water, and then they eventually take flight. So, and that's extremely symbolic of a journey, right? You starting in the ground, buried in the ground. You have to emerge. You have the challenge of emerging out of the mud. You're in the water, getting in touch with your feelings, and finally you take flight. And then the flower is also, I think of like blooming. Your knowledge, your understanding, your wisdom is blooming, and that would fit with the confetti image. Like you're in a new place and you're happy about it. And after this card, behind that one came the hawk. So you feel like you're on the hunt for something. And this might be the new partnership that you're thinking of. You left the old partnership and you're aiming for a new one. And this is another air symbol. Now the dragonfly actually reflects 3 symbols: earth, water, and air. So, and this one, the goat, is earth, and these 2 are air. And then you have another, it's like a wheel, almost like a ship steering wheel from that you see, like what do you call those? I'll have to look it up. But then you have the arrow symbol, so more arrows. And the hawk is like a keen-eyed hunter. So, and the book says this indicates like being on the hunt for something, like a singular focus on what you want, manifesting something you want. Okay, so this is looking promising. So let's see what do we have here. Overall big picture, collaborate. Now we've gotten this before, but it indicated the need to seek help for like dealing with your shadows, figuring out your wounds. But I think in light of this, the bigger picture is that you're seeking this partnership, right? This is another earth sign. This is the importance, which indicates an importance to stay grounded, not let your head run away from you too much. But it also, the ant, and then you got another wheel here, which indicates, more cycles, more steering. But the ant is it's a team. It's about teamwork, right? Being open to help, being in harmony, working in harmony with others in the home or in the workplace. That you and that indicates. And then and this under that was this one, reveal. And the reveal, the badger. This is a badger, and again, the crescent moons, endings and beginnings, closings and openings, right? Waning moon, waxing moon. So the badger is supposed to be like they dig for their food, they dig in to make their burrows. So this is about digging deep to find the answers you seek. And also badgers, in nature, they're not solitary creatures. They have families, but they appear to others to be working for themselves, right? Because you see them just poking around alone. So this could also be a warning to not, if you want a genuine new connection, promising new connection, and a lasting one, you don't want to be looking like you're just thinking of yourself or acting for yourself or acting alone, like you don't need anybody. And that plays into the ant card, like being open to help, being open to a harmonious partnership with someone who is willing to be open and honest and direct with you. And yeah, honest and direct, that ties in with communication. Another air symbol. These are the bats' like sound waves as they try to find their way to what they want. And it encourages you to communicate both with yourself, connect to the invisible, this spirit, soul, the world around us, nature, and talking through your problems with others, expressing yourself, and acknowledging hidden messages that have been troubling you. So if you feel like, say, the universe has been sending you're wondering if you're going crazy, is the universe sending you signs and synchronicities? Yeah, pay attention and acknowledge that, because that might actually be the case. Might be trying to tell you that you do need, like, you see these prongs leading toward these three little suns or stars clustered together. And so if you want to succeed in this hunt, you have to reveal yourself to create a harmonious partnership through open communication, right? And that will bring you victory. The boar, you have a crescent moon, but it's like resting with these laurels, and laurels is like a crown. You think of, the ancient Greco-Roman world, that's, what the leaders would wear, and often like deities would wear a crown of laurels. And that thing makes me think of deities like Apollo, who is the god of oracles and prophecy. And what is that? That's communication. That's being connected to your higher self, being connected to a higher purpose, and being open with your communication. So all of this seems to tie in together. So your path, and victory, path. The boar indicates that you are on the right track, the path to fulfillment and prosperity. Or it could also indicate that conflict isn't standing in the way of success. So what that indicates to me, that you are on the right path to get what you want here, the partnership, happy partnership you want. It will take communication, it will take open honesty, vulnerability, accountability, being willing to be upfront and forward with all those things, with this connection you're hoping to foster. But yeah, if the conflict could be within yourself, if you're having trouble doing that, you could, be throwing a wrench into your own progress, thwarting your own hunt, and losing what you've got your sights on. So that's communication. That's the most important thing, right? Honest, open, direct communication. Let's see. Let's pull some Moonology cards. Oh, this one's getting long. What do you suggest going forward? Let's go with this one. You and your loved ones are safe. Yeah, that ties into the ending. Maybe a dangerous, possibly old connection that was possibly toxic, that you felt unsafe in, or you realize you were unsafe in, and maybe getting out of it felt dangerous. A new start is coming. Yes, that ties right in with the death and rebirth cards. Yeah, I'll do one more. Expect powerful change. Yes, if you follow through with all this, powerful change could be the joyful outcome you're looking for. All right, gone on long enough. I'll see you next time.